Dave the Pickup Artist. Good evening, BC. This week we've got another contest entry. Glen Kellaway is having a contest. It's a push to 1,000 subs, and he wants to see 3 prog albums. I can do that. I'm going to show 3 solo albums from members of the same prog band. And that prog band is Yes. This is Asian pressing of Going for the One. Very good album, one of their better ones. They did this album on their 3-album tour about 10 years ago. And it is also one of 2 prog rock albums to come out that year that featured a male's buttocks.
What the fuck is that?
This is Hemispheres. Another great album. And so getting back to Yes, first one is Rick Wakeman.
Meh.
King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. This is another concept album. Rick liked doing his concept albums where he'd take a subject or a history or something and turn it into an album. And he'd also recruit these huge musicians, huge group of musicians, sometimes orchestras, and this is kind of like that. This is got some cool artwork. I don't think this is Roger Dean. No, this isn't Roger Dean. This is someone else. But yeah, this isn't my favorite, but it's a good album, and it also comes with a very cool booklet with a narration throughout the album, and you've got very cool. A lot of people call him the king of prog, Rick Wakeman. My favorite Wakeman album is probably
Come on, man.
King. I don't know.
What you just did
And
is punishable by death.
that's what I've got is Chris Squire, Fish Out of Water. I've showed this before, but I think it's a great prog album. I think it's maybe the best of all the solo albums, Yes solo albums. And he plays just about all the instruments on this, but he has, of course, guest stars. He's got Mel Collins, Bill Buford. I guess Bill Bruford played all the drums on this, so yeah, that's cool. And also Patrick Moraz plays synthesizers on here. Moraz played on Yes's 1975 album. Great album. And finally I've got the Steve Howe album. This is his second, and it's out of the 2, it's his better album. I didn't care for the first one. The first one was called Beginnings. And this, of course, is a Roger Dean album cover. This has got some cool stuff on it. Also, the inner cover is really cool. You got liner notes, photos of Steve with the band and the orchestra. He used an orchestra on his albums, his first 2. And this is a guitar, the guitars he used on this particular album. And they're guitars he's had for a while. This is a sitar guitar, which I think he used on the Tomorrow album 10 years earlier. And this is his famous Gibson that he just cared for, and he still has it, but it's very fragile nowadays. He's had it for, God, almost 60 years. But yeah, 3 great prog albums, solo albums actually, from a great prog band, Yes. And Greg, I gotta hand it to you. 1,000 subs, that's a great a great achievement. And subscribe and to Glenn, and I will see you again real soon.
Totally illogical.